Is that Misato?
Mm-hmm.
Does she get freaking Kal-El'd? Superman's? Welcome back to another Neon Genesis Evangelion reaction. Today, we are here to react to episodes 11 and 12. The last two episodes that we watched were a nice break from the despair of Shinji and gang. They were a lot of fun. The most spicy, the spiciest, truly the spiciest episodes of the series so far. I saw a couple comments. We usually don't get a chance because of how we release them to see the comments before we record the next one. But we did this time around. And some people were saying that they liked these episodes because they were the previous episodes that we reacted to because they were a nice little break.
Reprieve.
Which means
SOL style, you know?
Right. Which means that I have a feeling that possibly and probably, I mean, the next episode, episode 11, is called In the Still of Darkness. I have a feeling things are going to get dark.
Yeah, they all die in episode 11. Oh, shoot. Sorry.
What the heck, dude? Are you being for real right now? Are you being genuine? Or are you just trying to be funny right now? Because what?
You see the thumbnail. You see that they're in episode 12. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, I just have a feeling it's going to get dark again. So I do appreciate having those two episodes that we reacted to last week even more. You know, but I'm ready. I'm ready. I've prepped my soul. I've prepped my heart. You know, I've sat down with myself and I've said, you know, I've told myself that, you know, happiness amongst these children can't last forever. Oh. And that it is in the eye of the beholder. Sure. Yeah. But I'm still excited. I'm very curious. I'll say that. Curious more than anything to get into these two episodes. So let's just start. All right. With episode 11, In the Still of Darkness.
See, there's laughter. There's laughter. Everyone's having fun.
For now.
It would be nice if we at least had enough free time to wash our own clothes.
At least we got it done.
Oh, that's the guy that was jamming out in the last episode, huh?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you, sir. Yeah, good morning.
He takes the bus like everyone else. I mean, the subway.
Damn Ikari likes to shove all the meaningless drivel in my direction. If it wasn't for the Magi, nothing could get done.
The Magi? Are you talking about the supercomputers that we use?
3 linked computers that decide by majority vote. Built as a system that abides by the principles of democracy.
That's crazy.
So
that's
the
real.
Assembly simply
That's the
approves their
future.
decisions.
It's the most efficient and least wasteful form of governance.
What a cliche.
So you're busy
he's an
with
artist, dude.
Unit
He
Zero's
doesn't believe in
trials
that.
today, yes?
Yikes.
Abort the test. Open all circuits right now.
Farting.
Let's try again. But this time, lower the interconversion setting by 0.01.
Roger that.
0.01.
Numbers don't lie.
Wait! Hold the elevator!
Wow. Is that her guy? Who is that? Is that her man's?
Did I hustle or what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, she's not trying to get freaking freaked in the elevator
I saw your
again.
face this early.
She's like, I know what we do in elevators.
I know what
Me and
happened
you-
last
Me
time
and
we
you
were
in an
here.
elevator do not mix.
Yeah.
Okay?
Father.
What is it? Spit it out.
Fuck you, Commander. Goof Kari.
Today I was told that guidance sessions will be taking place.
How sad. He's so
and,
nervous.
Because he
I put
just,
Captain
like, never talks
Katsuragi
to
in
her.
charge of these things. To waste my time with trivial affairs.
Oh, I want this guy to fucking die.
Oh,
Power outage?
Don't be ridiculous.
great.
That could never
I want him to
happen.
die in an angel attack.
The backup circuits aren't coming online.
That's absurd. Reroute all available power toward maintaining the Magi and Central Dogma.
I can't believe how much of a slob Ms. Katsuragi is. I would have thought she'd at least be able to grab her own laundry.
She's busy.
Who knows?
Stuck in an
Maybe
elevator.
Commander Ikari was just really busy.
I don't know.
Well, not
Seemed
Commander
more like
Ikari.
some
He's
phone
got nothing but time
malfunction
on
than
his
father hanging up
hands.
on me.
What are you doing? Here, let me try. Ah! Dang it! This thing is broken! What the hell?
How is the power set up?
3 lines, main, auxiliary, and backup. It's inconceivable for all 3 to fail at the same time.
Surprised he's not trying
Seems
to
natural
make
to
a move
assume
right
that
now.
The breaker was sabotaged as opposed to being tricked.
Our
Oh,
more immediate concern should be how this will impact fighting the angels.
it's a big
Perfect time to
cigarette.
spark it up right now, dude.
Likely another angel.
What do we do?
Raise the alert status for all forces.
Woo!
Damn, that one looks crazy.
This won't budge either.
None of the facilities are working. Strange.
It's no use. Even the emergency line is dead.
No go. Line 77 is also disconnected.
What do we do?
Oh. She's like, I got one too.
Let's decide on who should be the group leader before we go on the move. Naturally, I think I would be the best leader. Is everyone in agreement?
We can go below using this route number 7.
The doors won't open.
Come on, Shinji. Even you can handle a door.
Damn it! You only come to me to avoid doing heavy lifting.
We need to get in contact with the people at NAF somehow.
With comms down, how are we gonna do that?
By going right to them.
I gotta get the news to HQ.
Bro, why are you on the tracks like that?
Yeah, dude, get off the tracks.
It's getting hot in here, isn't it?
Oh no.
Ventilation shut
Oh my God, here we go again. Round freaking 2, really?
Sure, if you're too hot. There's no reason for you to be embarrassed around me.
This isn't good. The air in here is starting to get stale.
I'm impressed by the commander and deputy commander. They don't seem fazed by the heat at all.
Oh my God, this is the most satanic shit I've ever seen. They look crazy. They look like they're about to sacrifice a child over there.
They kind of already do.
That's true. That is true.
Oh no, this is a dead end.
Go ahead and bust right through.
This geofront was created to function like an independent colony and be completely self-sufficient.
Does that mean this blackout was intentional?
Someone wants to investigate this place.
They can learn a lot by surveying how HQ restores its power.
Man's greatest enemy is his fellow man.
I mean, you do go around starting shit with everybody.
Yeah, that's very true.
Sabotaging everything. You know, they're just doing
Sure
to
we'll
you
arrive
what you
at
do
the
to them.
Geofront any minute now. Mr. Hyuga! Hey!
An angel approaching. We don't have time. Let's take a shortcut.
Hey, I'm the leader. Don't boss me around like that. Now tell me, where is this shortcut?
So, what are the angels exactly?
Why are you bringing this up now?
Our enemies have been given those divine names. But why are we fighting each other?
Don't
Finally,
be an
someone
idiot.
asked.
Those weird, unexplainable things are attacking us. I'm the leader, so why don't you both just shut up and follow me already?
She's gonna get it killed.
I knew this wasn't right. We're going up instead of down.
You knew? What's that mean? For a man, you're a real nag. Uh-huh, see? There it is. I knew I
She's
got
the
it
best,
right.
dude.
Whoa.
What the heck is that?
It's an angel.
That one looks crazy, though.
There's an angel incoming right now. Suggest launching Avas to intercept it.
I will get preparations for launching the Avas underway.
You're going to do it manually?
I heard that you're Commander Ikari's little pet.
Oh.
I guess being the favorite makes you special, huh, Miss Perfect? Hey! Just because you got special treatment doesn't mean you can ignore me!
I was not ignoring you, and I'm not receiving any special treatment.
Yeah,
I
you
can
guys
tell
are
that's the
receiving
case.
special treatment.
Yeah,
You get to stay at Misato's place. I got a dirt-covered apartment to go back to.
exactly.
With blood-stained bandages.
Roger that.
Oh.
This I can't open with my hands.
We have no other choice. We should
No
break
shit,
open a duct
Shinji.
and go in through there.
Don't you dare look forward right now! I'll kill you if you do! Idiot! 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 I told you not to look! What can I do?
I have to look forward to move.
There you are.
Is this the first time we're gonna get to see all three of them together?
They did it by hand. It was the commander's idea.
Please.
Fathers.
He must have
Commander
got
Ikari
straight to
had
work
faith
after
that
he
you'd
called
make it
me
in
a
time, and so he
loser.
prepared for it.
Loser idiot.
A loser idiot who can't do anything.
Avas, launch!
Let's go. Sick. Looks like freaking Bill
Target
from.
appears to be directly overhead.
Gravity Falls.
Get it ready right away!
We are about to reach the shaft.
So is Misato in the elevator, you know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Danger! Evade now!
Oh, damn.
Oh, dog pile.
Ay.
Oh my. Ew.
Yeah, this thing is probably the craziest one. Oh my god. Ew, it's just leaking out of its eye.
It's crying.
The target's goal must be to gain entry to the HQ by using a powerful acid.
Listen, I figured it out. The unit that stays behind plays defense. Defense neutralizes the AT field and protects the offense from the acid.
Copy that. I volunteer for defense.
Sorry, but no. I will be defense. So Shinji, you're offense. And Miss Perfect, you're on support duty. Let's go.
That's doing so much damage.
Oh my god.
Was she screaming right now?
Yeah, because it hurts them, the damage.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Woocha! Woocha!
Fuck,
cha!
that's sick.
Duck right now!
Damn!
Oh.
Fell on the hole. Can't even get out.
Yeah, I know.
And so now we are even.
Why isn't this opening up? This is an emergency. I gotta go. Hey.
You can go in my mouth.
Oh my god!
Right, sure.
Oh, they did it.
Indecent.
Indecent.
69 indecent.
Oh my god, there's 69 in the elevator.
Whoa.
How the stars are so much more beautiful.
Man fears the darkness. And so...
Look at
he's
them hanging out.
constantly at its
They have a
edges
little
to
friend
fight.
group.
Finally.
So philosophical.
Maybe that's why the angels are attacking.
You're an idiot. How could we even know something like that?
Yeah, we finally got the team. We finally
Finally
got
got
to
the
see
team
them
together.
together. And I remember thinking the first time I'd watched it, just because of how Asuka is, like we see little like things here and there. Like she is a team player when it benefits her.
Yeah. I mean,
and-
she wants to be the star of the show.
Yeah. And I mean, Ray doesn't really care. She's like, as long
No.
as we get the job done.
And she has the knowledge to do the job
Yeah.
most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, that's what this episode was really cool for. Getting to see them problem solving together as a unit. Like, sure, they weren't really on the battlefield together, but this arguably like shows their teamwork and shows its potential even better than that, right? Because they all have their egos. Ray probably has is the one with the least amount of ego. Shinji's just, Shinji. But yeah, Asuka trying to always take control of a situation, but Ray being the one who's secretly the one with the plan. Shinji just kind of like torn between the two of them. So it was cool to see them work together like that. We also learned that somebody sabotaged seemed to have sabotaged their HQ.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was an angel attack. So that leads me to believe and Shinji finally asked the question in the air vent about angels. Like, what are they? Has anybody stopped to ask? We call them angels. Why do we call them angels? Like, what's their deal? Where are they from? Of course, I got shut down real quick. I wish they would have explored that a little bit more. But
Well, it's like Asuka's like, I mean, she's probably asked those same questions and been shut down, just like she shut down Shinji.
But
like,
Asuka seems like someone who would not really, I don't know, like she wouldn't necessarily just take no or any answer for an answer. Like she seems like the type of person that would press.
She would press, but if it like jeopardized her position, she wouldn't. I mean,
That's a good point.
So she like asked like maybe a couple times, and they were like, "Okay, just drop it. We don't know. You don't have to know. This
She's
is
like,
your job."
Fine,
She's like,
whatever.
Fine. Ah!
Yeah.
But again,
And,
like,
and Ray is just like, I trust whatever Commander Ikari, says. I follow only his orders. You know what I mean?
it's good.
And and then
Yeah.
Shinji would be like, what are these angels? No, I do love Shinji. I think he's funny.
What?
Yeah, I mean, he asked that question, it got shut down, but it leads me to believe that, again, it could be two things. It could be we've seen them go to other facilities, and Commander Ikari telling Misato and everybody, well, sometimes against even Misato's or without Misato's knowledge, like just trusting her enough to be able to command whatever situation he puts her in. And maybe even in the case of, the other guy who's in the elevator with her ex-lover or whatever, like he filled him in on when they were on the boat, Kaji. He filled him in on a small part of the plan, but then pulled some other shit. So he's always doing that, right? So, of course, you think, number one, their other enemies could be humans, which is what they say in the episode. It could just be, humanity is the greatest enemy, whatever. But it seems like, are humans doing that to kind of bait an angel attack? Or are other groups of humanity, or is there a secret organization or group that is able to command them or work with them? Or I don't know.
No, because we saw they were trying to make a dupe of an Ava. Without like a human pilot. So, all parts of the world are it should be like Nerve is like the whole thing about Nerve is like we are defeating the angels. We are defeating these things that are a big threat to humanity, but yet there's still people that want to take them down. And it's like, why is man all fighting to take this thing down just because of they want the power, they want the money, they want the fame, all of that they're willing to disregard. They want
to be the ones in the history books.
Yeah, but it's like, if anyone's in the history books, that's like a lives saved,
so they're not really there's not another group. I mean, I don't know, I'm just really, I guess, exploring all possibilities. So it would make more sense then that they interfered and sabotaged their HQ, knowing that it would cause, or maybe on the precipice of an angel attack, knowing that's how it would go, instead of them having some ability, or I don't know, instead of them communicating. I mean, I'm still communicating with the angels. I'm still wondering just I guess their level of sentience, how smart they are, because they do seem kind of at this point mindless, but mindful enough to have some sort of goal. They keep going.
Yeah, they keep trying to get into the HQ.
Yeah,
all of them. They all have that in common. Pretty much. The more angels we see, the more determined they are to do this. We saw the drill one. We're seeing the acid one. They are really
and
trying
they're behaving,
to get in there.
They're behaving. I would say their behavior's closer to animals almost. Because we're not seeing them communicate. Or maybe we're just not able to understand it, because we did hear one of them crying, which was a horrifying sound. But they do just seem like they're instinctually or mindlessly or I don't know, just drawn or going to this place. So I guess the reason I'm questioning any of it is just because I wonder that their sentience, and if anybody's tried I know that they're there destroying everything. So people are probably just scared, but I just wonder if anybody's tried talking to them or communicating with them, or I don't know, maybe they have. But yeah, it was also interesting to find out that the entire, at least Tokyo 3 possibly, is all democratic decision or political decisions are decided by an AI, basically. That's what the Magi
supercomputer
is. Yeah. Which again, doesn't seem, that futuristic. Sure, to a degree, but yeah, that's wild. An algorithm and a code, I would assume, that is just deciding based on numbers and probability the best course of action. But also, I don't know, with someone like Commander Ikari, it just seems like that's even. And I know they have their own little secret freaking Simon Council. Simon says whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it just seems like someone with the level of intelligence that Commander Ikari has, he'd be able to somehow, if he has access to that, he'd be able to go in through some back door and move things around to his favor. That's just kind of what I'm thinking right now. I don't know. My mind's kind of all over the place. I'm just wondering who's behind this attack? Clearly another country, another organization, another group. I get it. That makes sense. That would happen in the real world too, because people want to just fight over weapons. People just want to be the strongest, and it doesn't really matter how many lives it saves, I guess. They just want to be the best. Yeah. So, it was a really fun episode. There were a lot of cool moments, like I said, between the three of them as a team, and some behind the scenes stuff, some more, questions that I have. But overall, I liked it a lot. It did feel like a slower episode, which I don't mind at all. But yeah, solid, super solid. I'm excited to get into episode 12, A Miracle's Worth. So let's just jump into that episode now. Oh, flashback. AD 2000. Oh, fuck, let's go. Is this the lore episode? Is that Misato?
Mm-hmm.
Does she get freaking Kal-El'd? Superman's? I'm more confused than ever. K2 bees. What the hell? What the hell?
What are your two dumb friends doing here?
Staying out of the rain.
Yeah, right. You're only here because you're after me. If you peek, you're dead.
Yeah, well, of course, witch. Sorry to wake you, man.
Me, honestly.
Welcome
In
home.
that same situation, that would be me.
Remember, we're doing harmonics testing today, so don't be late, okay?
Congratulations on your promotion, Miss Misato. Yeah, congratulations,
deserves it.
ma'am.
Oh, thank you.
No,
She
ma'am,
deserves
the
it.
honor's all ours.
Okay, guys, I'm heading out now.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
Have
you.
a nice day. The patch on her collar changed. That means she went from being a captain to a major.
That's cool.
That's
I
awesome.
didn't know.
You seriously didn't notice? Man, you're such a dweeb. Well, at least the two of us have the heart to appreciate everything she does.
Harmonic testing.
Look at those numbers. That's very impressive. I wonder if you could call this a talent.
Either way, it looks like this kid
kinda
was
rude.
born to pilot an Ava.
I'm not sure he has the desire to be a pilot.
Yeah, we know this now.
We know.
Yeah.
We know.
Your harmonics values have increased by 8 since last time. It's an impressive figure.
Must feel good to be lavished with praise. Whatever, I'm going
He's
home.
like, my dad hates me, dude. Let me have this, please. Let me have something.
Congratulations on your promotion.
Thanks.
Too late.
but to tell you the truth, the promotion doesn't really make me happy.
Congratulations, Miss
Misato!
Congratulations.
Yeah, congrats.
Thanks for doing this, Suzuhara.
But I don't recall inviting class rep. What are you doing here?
I invited her. Got a problem?
Aww.
I'm glad she has a friend.
Yeah.
I'm glad she has a friend.
So is Mr. Kaji as cool as you say? You bet he is. It's like night and day compared to these morons.
Bro, it's a full grown ass
Yeah.
man versus like 8th graders.
Not really. It's just, I don't do great with crowds.
See, that's why I like Shinji.
Well, everyone here is happy for you. But how come you're not?
It gives me some satisfaction, but I didn't come here just to get promotions.
Then why are you here?
I don't know. It's been so long, I can't really remember.
Lie.
I came straight from HQ.
Oh.
That's where I happened to find this one.
We had to take the elevator up
I want to
here.
offer my sincerest congratulations, Major Katsuragi. You know, it's unprecedented that both the commander and deputy commander are out of Japan at the same time.
Wait, so father isn't here right now?
Commander Ikari is away. He's working in the South Pole.
South Pole.
A place where life is not permitted
Damn.
to exist. Or perhaps calling it hell would be more apt.
Here we are, alive and standing.
Yes, but we are protected by the power of science.
Science is man's power.
The second impact was only 15 years ago, and this is the result.
Damn.
It was far too severe a punishment.
Angel detected in satellite orbit above the Indian Ocean.
Satellite
It appeared out
orbit.
of nowhere. We have visual of the target.
What the? They're getting crazier and
I don't know
crazier.
what to expect anymore.
They're getting like, I don't know, more like abstract, I guess.
The angel itself is like a bomb ready to drop.
It's correcting its trajectory as it goes.
That
Damn.
means it's learning by trial and error.
And
What
since
if
then we've lost
angels-
contact with the angel.
No,
I'll
that
wager
can't
it's
be
heading
right.
this way. I wonder if it'll create a third Lake Ashi in the process.
The 5 lakes of
They're
Fuji
so
will all
chill.
connect with the
Yeah,
Pacific
like,
Ocean,
way too chill.
including HQ.
Citizens within a 50-kilometer radius should be evacuated immediately.
Ma'am, are we abandoning headquarters?
No.
But there's no reason to needlessly put the population at risk.
That would suck. Just like always evacuate.
all the time.
Like why even stay somewhere?
I mean, I guess they think they can just still occupy the surface, but I mean, I would move everything underground, dude. I'd be in a bunker all the time.
It's an arbitrary decision that will lead to the destruction of 3 Avas. The odds of success are 0.00001. Don't be ridiculous. This is purely about you. You want revenge on the angels.
It's weird that she's like throwing that around now.
Yeah.
She's put people in danger before.
Yeah.
Hasn't thrown that card out.
Yeah.
You want us to catch it with our hands?
But what if the angel veers off of its course?
Well, then we'd be screwed.
And what do we do if the Avas can't withstand the impact?
That would screw us as well.
What are our chances?
I have no
You
idea.
are screwed.
Yeah.
Only God could know that. You're welcome to refuse if that's what you want. So, you're in? According to regulations,
I mean,
you are
it's
instructed
coming.
to prepare your will.
So we
Would
gotta
you like to?
decide.
Yeah.
No, I don't need to. I have no intention to die.
I'm fine as well.
I
Damn.
don't need to either.
Because they didn't.
Yeah.
That's his logic.
That's
We'll
the
go out
only
for some
reason.
nice steaks when this is all done, okay?
Steak? Really?
Yeah, my treat.
What a great
She
deal.
keeps bribing them to do it like hot springs,
Trust me, I
steak.
The second impact generation just can't shake their impoverished upbringing.
They're literally boomers.
She can't help
Yeah.
it.
Because the earth got boomed on,
What
you
a
know?
great deal, huh?
There was a big
you laid
boom.
it on pretty thick. Think she got the message? I'm gonna pick a place that is expensive. And this time around, you're going to come with us.
I won't be joining you.
Lit.
Why not?
I don't like eating meat.
Hey,
What?
why do you pilot an Ava?
So the world can witness my extraordinary talents.
You do it to be seen?
Well, I guess it's something like that. So why do you pilot it?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Are you a complete idiot?
Maybe I am.
You really are an idiot.
That's why Asuka gets so mad all the time. Because like
Sick shot.
they don't give her the reaction that she wants.
I can handle this myself.
And she's like, oh, you guys
should
are
evacuate
you guys are
while there's still
annoying.
time.
Yeah.
Sorry, but we still have work to do.
No way we're gonna let
This
the
guy
kid face the
rules,
danger
by the way.
alone.
Yesterday, you asked me why I joined NERV, and I wasn't honest with you. My father was a researcher, consumed by his work, and I couldn't forgive him for being that way.
Just like my father.
Mm-hmm.
When my mother finally divorced him, I was so happy for her. He made her cry so much. In the end, he saved my life by sacrificing his. I wasn't sure if I hated him or loved him, but there was one thing I did know. I had to destroy the angels that caused the second impact. Maybe in the end, it all boils down to me wanting revenge against my father.
Don't run away. Don't run away. Don't run away. Okay. Don't run away.
Damn.
Optical magnification has confirmed the
That was
target.
great.
Distance is approximately 25,000.
All Avas to start positions now.
Let's go.
Mission start!
That's cool. Damn. He's fast as fuck. Sick.
It's like they do so much damage.
They really do. They really do. This is crazy, dude. What the hell?
Unit 2, raise to full power. I am raising it.
This is
Do
like,
it! Damn you!
Oh my.
Ay, ay, ay. What the heck?
They got blown up.
Bro, they were right underneath it. What happened? That crater's huge.
Yay! Now where's my stick?
Radio systems back online. Incoming transmission from Commander Ikari.
Is the Unit 1 pilot present?
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
I heard the news. Good work, Shinji.
Bro, that doesn't mean anything.
Thank you, sir.
Probably the first time he's ever said any praise to Shinji ever in his life.
I mean, still. I mean, you can't just say that and just be like absolved.
I know, but Shinji's like lit. Shinji's lit off his ass right now.
Your end of the bargain. I know you're hurting financially, Misato, so don't worry about it, okay? Besides, Miss Perfect said she'd come if we went out for ramen.
I want
Oh.
boiled ramen without pork.
Listening to my father praise me just now, hearing those words, it was the first time I realized It makes me happy when he praises me.
Aye.
Maybe the reason I pilot the Evas.
Don't say it.
Because I want to hear my father
Don't.
say stuff
No.
like that to me.
No.
Wait,
I mean, that's the real
that's
reason.
the reason you pilot an Eva?
But your dad sucks.
You really are a dummy.
Thank you.
He was so happy though.
I
feel
know.
so bad
I
for
know.
him.
I do too. But his dad sucks.
I mean, we kind of knew that. Obviously, that was the reason why.
Yeah.
If he could get
yeah.
anything from his dad, he would do it.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Yeah, it just sucks, and that's a very real relationship. And I like the focus on Shinji's character throughout this episode. Even him at the party, not really knowing how to be social, feeling uncomfortable around a large group of people. Like, I feel like his character is written so well and presented so well.
Yeah, I think that in that moment too, like it just showed the his like maturity level compared to his peers, like him having to mature faster, like piloting the Evas, taking all this responsibility on. Like he's like, I don't understand why we have to gather around and have like, like there's introverts and extroverts, but I feel like in that moment it was more than that. I feel like in that moment he was like,
well,
kind of like he can't do that. He can't be a kid.
Well, that's like, not to get too personal, but I do relate to that, because in that situation, what he's a part of more than anything in that moment is a group of, friends, kind of his own like makeshift family, and everybody sure is arguing and laughing and busting each other's balls. But it's the first time I think he's felt like he's part of this group, of this like unit, and he doesn't know how to be, and I'm not saying that they're entirely functional, but I just feel like he doesn't know how to be a part, like being a part of any kind of unit, a family, a friend group. It makes him uncomfortable because he doesn't know how to be a part of one. He's never been a part of one.
Yeah.
I mean, and I've experienced that too. Like I've experienced like hanging out with people's families and they all get along. They're busting each other's balls. They're doing all this and all that. And, especially when I was younger, closer to Shinji's age, there were moments where I felt so uncomfortable because it was so foreign. That concept was so foreign to me. It felt like something that you saw on TV or movies. And a lot of times, like my discomfort, I don't know. I tried to maybe rationalize by I don't know, convincing myself that like I didn't need that. I didn't. That like I was somehow better off. I'm just saying it's a complex like emotion, and I really like seeing that in Shinji, and I get it, right? I get him wanting to, because by the way, to go back real quick, because I do think that being a part of a group, being a part of a friend group or a family unit like that, even if you're choosing your own, I do think that is important, and I think that can do so much for someone. And I learned that as I grew up, but I get wanting to get his father's approval, especially at the age he's at. But it's just his dad is selfish. His dad sucks. His dad, I don't even think always has humanity's best interests, at heart. I think he has sort of like his own agenda. I don't know. It's definitely complex, and I relate so heavy to even what Misato's saying when she's talking to him about, my dad was kind of an awful person, but in his like final moments, he sacrificed his own life to save me. I don't know if I love him. I don't know if I hate him. Like, I mean, it just hit me. It just really, really hit me. And I think definitely now it's so cool to know that they have that exact same thing in common, which is maybe why she's always felt like she understands Asuka. She knows Asuka's past. She said in the previous episodes that we reacted to that was her job to like know her past. She knows about Rei, but I feel like she's been a little more, she's protective of all of them, but I feel like she's been a little bit more protective of Shinji. And it's because, that's kind of her in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are some of your thoughts about the episode? Sorry. Keep going on.
Yeah, I I guess.
I know, I'm sorry.
It's okay. What did you think? I mean, I feel like in these episodes, I can only ask you questions.
Right.
So, what did you think about seeing like the South Pole and the state that it was in? Because we heard about the second impact. We knew it had an impact.
Yeah.
But we didn't necessarily see the damages that it did. So going to the South Pole, like, and seeing that, like, what did you? And even like Misato's flashback, like,
I mean, Misato's flashback was absolutely insane. And, you know, I don't know. I don't really know what to make of it, I guess, other than I really can't tell you. I don't know. I mean, getting to see the second impact and her being put in that sort of whatever she was put in, that capsule that she was put in. Honestly, I don't know. Like, my mind is kind of still racing from all of that. It's still, I don't know why they're there. I don't know. I mean, if it's to do further research, but I mean, it was completely, it's uninhabitable. It was completely decimated. It's a Red Sea. That the angel wings coming up too from that, and now we get, I don't know, the angel in this episode too. That's the thing. Like, I feel like I'm not really getting any answers.
I know exactly. I was just asking like what you thought of it, not necessarily like trying to piece things together.
I know,
it was
but
just
that's
showing
where my brain goes. Yeah,
it was just showing you like what had happened, because we've heard about the impacts, but we never have seen them in action.
Yeah,
and that was one of the and the aftermath, like directly at the point. So,
well, that's what I was saying. Like, even when we saw it at the beginning of this episode, I was so much more confused because, again, I'm trying to discern if there's some sort of significance in the two beams of light. And again, we did see that massive impact and the big ass wings coming from it, almost seeming like they were like made of some sort of energy. But even again, as I saw it, I was like, this is like, I still don't know if these angels, right? I mean, definitely we're getting a lot of biblical references, obviously. I don't know if they are like, I mean, clearly they're otherworldly. I don't know if they're extraterrestrial or like terrestrial or extra dimensional. I don't know. I mean, it's just like every time we get a little bit more, I have more questions than I have answers, which I like. And I know you're not asking me to like solve it, but I can't help but try to like piece certain things together. I really like that episode a lot, though.
Yeah, I liked Asuka is definitely trying, not only with her peers at school, but like trying to befriend Rei. We already saw that. Like, she could have easily been like, I want steak and I want to go somewhere expensive. And then we see like that other side of her where she's like, I know you have no money, and Rei said she would come if we went here. So she, it's just like a different side to Asuka, and showing that she's not like this terrible selfish person that she kind of makes herself out to be most of the time.
Right. She is a brat most of the time, but she is a tsundere through and through. She has that side of her, that soft side of her.
And it was cute to see them all eat together.
Absolutely.
Even Rei, like, how often does she get to do that?
I mean, really. And how often is she just choosing not to go?
No, exactly. Yeah.
But again, someone making an effort for her. And I think that's the thing about it. Like, Asuka, going back to the whole social situation, like, Asuka knows, she's social enough to know how to make someone feel comfortable if she wants to. The thing is, like, most of the time, like, it is about her and she doesn't really care to. But she also, maybe it's because she knows what she would want, or I don't know, she can maneuver that.
Yeah, she takes the lead. She can take the lead in social situations.
And Shinji, I think, is like, Shinji might have wanted to do that, but he wouldn't have known how to navigate that.
Yeah.
Like, how
he would have been too embarrassed.
He would have overthought it. Yeah, questioned
and it's just
it.
like that simple.
Yeah.
And like Asuka keeps saying, like, to Shinji, like, even though it's not necessarily true, she's like, just stop worrying about, trivial things. Like, Asuka's definitely like a go get it type of person. And Shinji's like, let's wait and think about it for 5 days before we even step into it. And Rei's like, just give me the orders.
But even now, like,
think for myself.
As we're, talking about these characters through both of these episodes, like, I'm just so amazed at how incredibly defined each and one of them are.
And
it's incredible.
And how easily they were able to like integrate in their own little group. Like, we kind of, I think you mentioned like, oh, I can't wait to see them fight together. I can't wait to see their dynamic work, this triangle, And I think that the way it's set up is like, obviously if you do something with someone else or a group, like you have like a, an office cubicle and you like have 5 other like you will bond with those people because you're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And obviously like these 3 kids, like they're all the same age, they all go to the same school, they're all doing the same thing. Like it's just kind of a no-brainer for them to get along pretty easily. Because these 3, if they weren't doing this, like I don't think would ever cross paths or ever be friends. So it is cool to see them, obviously bond over this thing that they're doing. And they all have, of course, different reasons for piloting. And Shinji kind of, for the first time, like admitted why he's doing it and the reason why he wants to continue doing it. He got that little bone,
Which is why I like how well written these characters are. I mean, and so on one hand, it is nice to hear him say it out loud, even though I don't agree with it, even though like I want more for him. You know what I mean? Like I want him to want to do it for better reasons. I mean, I get that, especially as a child, and I really hope that he gets to a point where he realizes that he doesn't need that. Maybe he finds his own reason for wanting to do it.
Well, I think that obviously like the praise and everything definitely amplified his reasoning and be like, I'm gonna do this full throttle now. But hearing like Misato's story, he didn't want to be Misato in that moment. He wanted to be the one who was able to receive praise, because Misato, like obviously she didn't do what her father was doing. So she never really got that from him,
and he died. And
he died.
She missed out on having any kind of relationship.
So he's like, I don't want to be in that club. So I'm going to try to do my best while I have him now to maybe get a relationship. If it's just based off of my performance, then so be it. But
I just don't, honestly, I don't know. Like I can respect that, but I don't know if Shinji's strong enough emotionally for that. And that's what worries me. Because if it's one thing to say like, I want to do it because I want to, even though not even, that's the thing. It's like, I want to make my dad proud. Like not, I want to prove my dad wrong or save the world. Like I just want him to be proud of me. I don't know. I just feel like he's not emotionally mature enough to deal with what that actually means.
Yeah. And like, I want to prove my dad wrong. It's like, that's everything that his dad has told him is not wrong in his eyes. Like he believes it.
No,
he believes that he's a loser. He believes that he can't keep up. He believes all of this stuff. So like, there's no like, I'm gonna prove. He doesn't have that yet. He doesn't have that fire yet. And like even Misato, like as a kid, like hated him. I don't necessarily think that like Shinji hates him. And once he gets these little tastes of like, praise, he just goes, he gets manipulated again, like all over again. And it just like resets everything bad that he's ever done, which is like usually how toxic relationships work.
Yeah. And that was what was like truly one of the most heartbreaking scenes. I don't know, again, why I'm so sensitive to this, but when he's on the phone talking to his dad, like that scene reinforces everything that you're saying right now, that he believes it. Like he truly does not have the confidence, the self-worth, the belief in himself that he's capable of anything. And when he's talking to his dad, having a very simple phone call about just like wanting to update him on school, I think is what they were talking about.
Yeah, and even
he's
Shinji
like flinching, he's stuttering, he's stammering.
It's like he knows that he is trying to like extend the olive branch, but Shinji also believes it to be like, yeah, you're right, Misato is the one in charge of this, so I don't know why I'm even calling you. Like, you're right. Like, I understand. Like, it's like, he was like, had his best foot forward, just like, I'm going to tell my dad about this because, like, maybe he'll want to know now that I've been in the mix a little bit more, now that I've been piloting now that I have 4 angels under my belt, maybe he'll want to
talk to me.
Yeah,
maybe
talk to me.
I can, maybe I can get a phone call with him now.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Like, I don't know.
And even like the confidence to be like, hey, this is what's happening. If you want to come, cool. If not, cool. Like, it's just the way he's like stuttering. Like, I could just see, Commander Ikari in the other line just like, oh my God, this is so stupid.
Like, spit it out.
Like, you're wasting my time.
I got places to be. Yeah. And that's why, there's a difference between obviously somebody appreciating you for who you are and not what you've done. And I think that that's, what it is here. And I don't even really think that Commander Ikari, I don't even really think he cares. He doesn't care that Shinji's the one doing anything.
No.
Like, as long as somebody was doing that.
Yeah,
and that's
exactly.
that's why that scene broke my heart, because you're right. It was him believing all of this.
He does care that it's Shinji because he's got him on the line. If it was anyone else, maybe they would have, like an Asuka, like put up more of a...
He's got Rei.
No, I mean like Shinji being in Unit 1, like that's super important. Like, because he's able to do these things, manipulate him, and he knows that Shinji's going to do whatever it takes to get that praise again and again and again and again. So he's really selective about like what he's telling him in those moments to keep him on the line, because at one point Shinji didn't want a pilot and he said like, oh, it doesn't matter, whatever, we'll find a new pilot. But that's not true. Like Shinji's numbers and everything that he's doing, like they have him like right where he has him right where he wants them. And that if it was anyone else, then maybe it'd be more difficult. But there's like, oh, this is my son. I have that ownership over him. I can, I own this. This is a piece of my property, not like as a person. So he's, as much as he says he doesn't care, and much as he says like, oh, you're horrible, like he needs Shinji. Like he just needs him to manipulate him
in the harmonizing or whatever it was.
Yeah, which I believe. I mean, again, it's like a. I feel like he is finally getting comfortable with like Asuka. Like definitely if Rei and him were just like chilling, hanging out, I doubt he would be as he's gaining that confidence because of Asuka.
Yeah. And I think that's why I really hope that his relationship with them, and even Misato to a degree, like really snaps him out of this, dude. I don't want this for him. I don't want this.
Yeah. And what do you think about, I mean, are you against the ship or are you for the ship?
Which ship?
For Kaji and Misato. How do you feel about it?
Okay.
How do you feel about him in general so far?
I mean, so far, he is fine so far. But I mean, he's definitely coming out way too freaking strong, dude. And he's like, I don't know, dude. It is kind of weird how he's like emotionally manipulating, I feel like. Or just maybe not. Maybe that's like a harsh or dramatic term.
Pretty. He's poking the bear.
He's poking the bear, and that's a better way to say it.
He's poking the bear,
but he's like, he knows what he's doing. Like he knows, like in the previous episodes that we watched, like he knows that Misato's watching while he's like back hugging somebody else. Like he's showing up with her, and he's just like he plays too much.
He plays too much, but Misato's also, if she really didn't care, she would not react the way she does. Like when you showed up with her just as like a friend, like, hey, I brought her here. She was like so jealous. So he's like, he knows that like there's still residual
he knows
feelings.
What he's doing. He plays too much.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I think that he is a good dude. And I want Misato to be happy. I want her to have that. And I think that clearly she cares, and they had something at some point, and and time has passed. Like they were saying, they've grown up.
Yeah, but she even said like he's still a kid. That's why him playing too much is like kid shit. So I feel like until he proves himself to like have grown up or be a man now, then maybe she would give him a chance. But at this point in time, it is just like, this guy is just my coworker, and he won't stop. Flirting. My ex-boyfriend.
She's got a lot on her plate. She just got a promotion. Like things are very real for her, and I feel like things aren't as real for him, or at least he just has a way of like
he's very loosey goosey.
Yeah. Like kind of like underselling everything. I don't know, or like not showing
maybe she
how
needs
serious
that.
things are to him. And maybe she does, and that's why ultimately,
I mean, like look at it. I mean, she has like she doesn't hang out with adult friends. Like she doesn't even like she's not even spending time with them doing the laundry together. Like she doesn't hang out with any adults until it's work. Until it's work. And then she gets home, and not even her adult friends want to throw her a party. No, it's a bunch of middle schoolers and
the adults showed up.
I guess.
But
it's kind of sad.
I get it.
It's kind of sad.
I get it. And I agree. She doesn't really have a life outside of work, because even hanging out with those kids is work.
I can't imagine, like, I forget. I think she's like, I don't know her age. I think she might be like 24.
Right.
But I can't imagine being that age and like just hanging out with 8th graders.
I mean,
what do you even talk about? I mean, you don't. I can't.
It's like yeah.
Taking care of them, watching over them is different. But like, we threw you a party, Misato. Like, oh,
yeah,
you're literally 13 years old. Like, it's just so funny.
Yeah, she's blacked out anyway.
Yeah.
She's freaking
She's
drunk
like,
the moment she walks in the front
"Woo!"
door. She does seem like she's definitely got like motherly vibes, when she's around them.
She's like an older sister.
Older sister, sure. But
Yeah.
I was going to say, like, the reason I say motherly vibes is, I guess you're right, more like a sister. But she does seem like that mom where you go over to like your friend's house and it's that mom that like drinks with everybody and smokes with everybody and kicks in. She's like, woo, what do you guys want to do? Woo, But I do love her, and I do ship her and Kaji. I think that, yeah, he still has some. I mean, what's kind of cool about them is they could both learn a little bit from each other and where each other's at. Like I don't know how much she could stand to loosen up because she is pretty loose. Like, sorry,
No.
pause, loose.
Pause. No, yeah. And I think that
I don't want to disrespect Misato like that. But
I think
she's going to have ramen and hot springs.
Yeah.
Like she's taking time.
Yeah. But I think that I think she needs support.
Yeah.
From someone else, not necessarily in like a romantic way. It could be with Kaji, but I just feel like she needs
emotional support from someone her age.
Exactly.
And someone who understands what she's going through.
Exactly.
And he can do
that's
that.
not outside of work. Like,
but also knows enough about the inner workings of her job to like get it. And I think he can be that, and I think he will be that. I hope, but yeah, he plays too much and he comes on a little too strong and he's a little goofy, but he's he's all right.
He's not good enough for my Misato.
Yeah. Just don't take any elevators with him for a while. But that is probably going to do it, right? For episode 11 and 12.
Yeah.
We'll be back, hopefully, I think, next week to react to episodes 13 and 14. We're really going through it.
We had a feat.
Oh, we had a time.
We had a time. We sorry for the delay for the past episodes 9 and 10. We tried to get it up so many. I thought I'd just mention it here. So hopefully it doesn't happen with this one. And if it's late, then you know why.
Yeah, we tried to put it up 8 times, and the 9th time stuck.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just kind of the nature of doing these kind of videos,
But yeah, just saying if it's not up, just know it's probably the reason.
And if you want to see the uncut, unedited, uncensored, because YouTube they keep making us cut more and more out. They keep saying, hey, you know what? You got to cut more. You got to cut more. You got to cut more. So if you want to see the unedited, uncensored version of our reaction, then you can go to patreon.com/volume1pod to become a Patreon member and get that access. Or you can become a YouTube member by clicking the link in the description below that takes you to our main channel, Volume 1 Podcast. You can click join there, and we give you access to the full episode there as well. You get lots of other things as well, exclusive podcast episodes, early access, but you also get uncut reactions. And not just Neon reactions, any reaction that we do. So patreon.com/volume1pod to become a Patreon member and clicking the link in the description below to go to our main channel, to click join, to become a YouTube member. A little bit more work for that one, but yeah. Anyway, that's going to do it.
Yeah.
For another Neon Genesis reaction video, the only thing left to do now is to get out of here on our outro that is always the same and never changes. These were really good. I really enjoyed these episodes a lot. The first one was a little slower. Nothing wrong with that. And the second one that we watched. And I really ended up liking the second one a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I really enjoyed our conversation too. I really enjoyed it. It makes me appreciate the episodes a lot more than I maybe would have if I was just watching them on my own. Just want to say that. Anyway, what should our outro be?
I don't like meat.
That's an option.
Idiot Shinji.
Okay, he has it hard enough, dude. Don't do it for daddy. Too much.
Just a little too much.
A little too much. Okay. Okay, we had we had that Misato flashback. Congrats on the promotion,
Okay.
Misato. But we don't have to say Misato, but it's for Misato. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
I just want to congratulate her that much.
I do. She deserves it. She works really hard.
Yeah,
She works
you're
really
lumped in with those boys.
Yeah, I am. There's a third boy
yeah,
there.
and it's you, and you're like, yeah. You're like,
She deserves it.
We're the only ones who appreciate that
Good.
poor woman's charity here.
It's not a charity. She deserves it.
No,
she
I mean
works hard.
charity. What she's running with Shinji and
Oh,
Asuka living in her
right.
home.
Right. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And remember, if you're not subscribed yet, because this is on our second channel, Volume 1 Plus, subscribing is even more important. So if you enjoy this...
It's easy too.
It's easy too. If you enjoy this type of content, these reactions, please consider subscribing, leaving a comment, all that good stuff. But that's going to do it. Until next time, congrats on the promotion! Yay! You deserve it.
Those who know.
Yeah. You deserve it. You work hard.
Those who get it, no.
You work harder.
Congratulations.
You work harder than anybody else in that damn nerd facility. You know, you really hold it down. They wouldn't be anything without you.
They'd just be nerds.